hi everybody, Matt here from Room by Room, and today Sherry says we're working on a child's playroom. Yeehaw! Here?
Well, yeah, it's gonna be great. I need you to help me build a cityscape here, some big toys, hang a swing, put together some bookshelves for toys and games.
Well, that sounds like a workroom, not a playroom.
Maybe for now, but when we're done, the fun will go on and on. So join us today for Room by Room.
Look, a dog party, a big dog party.
I've been at that dog party.
You have? Mm-hmm. You dog.
Well, hi. Hey, today we are working in a beautifully refinished basement, and it's got wonderful details. There's a natural wood ceiling, recessed lighting, and some gorgeous woodwork and trim. And the whole reason the room was redone was to create a child's playroom. And you can see a young child at that. We've got a diaper changing table here. But it's also going to be an adult family room. And here are the things we're working with. We've got some rather traditional furniture in a bold and colorful plaid. That'll be fun to work with. But also some sort of country-styled pine tables. Now, with everything in the background very off-white, we've got a lot of flexibility. Now, I really want to give the playroom area the most room possible. So I'm going to do something that's really against my grain, and it's to take this angled furniture and push it flat up against the walls, because what it's going to do is actually create a little bit more room here so we can get into the office, get to the storage, and also get into the conversation area, but it's going to give us a lot more room in the play area. So let me move this around a little bit and then come meet me in the play section. There we go. Now that gave me the room to bring in the heavy artillery. Take a look at this area rug. Matt is going to love it when he sees it. This is going to be my inspiration piece. It's a printed sort of little town on an area rug, and it's wonderful. I can see that it would be hours of fun tracing along all of the roads and everything. And actually, it doesn't look too bad with our adult colored furniture. I kind of like that. So I thought I would latch on to the theme name, My Little Town. Then, for the park in our town, we need a slide and climbing device we'll put right here. How about a swing, something to maybe survey the traffic? And then along this wall, we're going to create a cityscape out of felt-covered Homosote boards. It'll be an entire wall bulletin board. You can see here are the felt colors that I chose. Trying to pick up some of the colors from the area rug, only toning them down a little bit so that it brings some of the adult color over to this side of the room. And what that'll do is tie the two sides of the room together, being two completely different functional areas, but I think that's going to be nice. Okay, now let's think about it. Do we have everything? The slide is going to give us something for the large muscles, working the legs and arms. The swing will be great for free movement, and we know every child loves to swing. Our cityscape wall is going to add color, shape, and give us the opportunity to hang up the child's artwork or even learning aids that can grow as the child grows. And of course, the area rug is going to spark the imagination and probably be great for eye-hand coordination, following along all the roads. Now, I know we need a bookcase, a place for storage of current toys and books and the things that will come as the child grows. Probably a small table and chairs, a place for fine motor skills where we can put puzzles together, color, and paint. And then how about a tape recorder? We can play music, go over all those nursery rhymes, sing, dance. It'll be a lot of fun. Now that sounds like a lot of stuff, but the most important thing is missing, and Matt's here to show you. It's safety.
Hey, you want to really do something for your child's safety? Well, it may feel silly doing it, but get down at their level. That's it, a little bit lower, because you'd be amazed at all the trouble you can run into when you're down at this level. Well, you know how kids like to open doors and drawers. Oh, put those up away. Furniture pulled away from walls makes great tunnels and hiding places, but electrical cords can be dangerous. They can become tangled or even trip on them, or they can even pull down the lamp on top of their head. Hey, if I said it once, I've said it a dozen times. Child-proof your outlets by either a full cover or even one of these plastic plugs. Well, I don't know why, but kids just love to stick stuff in these things.
Brought to you by Dutch Boy. Give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
We did the smart thing.
And bought the worst house in the best neighborhood.
Boy, did we need Dutch Boy.
It really lasts, especially on the outside.
And it makes the inside look beautiful.
We trust Dutch Boy.
It handled Jenny's science experiments.
And Bobby's soccer tryout.
And still looks good enough to make the neighbors jealous.
Thanks to Dutch Boy, we have the best house in the neighborhood.
Well, at least we have the best paint job.
Give your home the lasting look.
Boy, did we need Dutch Boy.
Here's HGTV's Daily Almanac. This is Sunday, the 6th of September. With the days getting shorter, you may want to brighten up some rooms of your home with a new coat of paint. When choosing a color, it's handy to have a record of colors you've already used in your home. Just keep the paint stirrers from each project. Once they dry, write the room color and brand of paint you used and hang them together on a chain. Then you can bring your own color library to the paint store.
Sherry, here's your next building.
Oh, it's wonderful. The cityscape's really coming together, isn't it? Hey, how's the cutting going?
Pretty good. Instead of using a mat knife, I decided to use a circular saw to get all my long cuts on the Homosote board. But then for these curved cuts, like this little archway, I use a jigsaw with a scroll blade. But just wear your eye protectors and make sure you wear a particle mask because this stuff kicks up a lot of dust.
Good idea.
Hey, I see you got some colors going on here.
I know. I'm very glad I have my safety's on.
Safety's on. Okay.
Electric staple gun.
That's a great tool.
But we need to start thinking about how we're going to attach our roofs to our buildings. And, you know, even how are we going to attach the buildings to the wall exactly? Now, I bet if Shop Man was here, he'd come up with something.
We don't need no stinking shop man. Come on, I need him later. Besides, you know, he charges an arm and a leg.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think I have an idea. You know, I have some extra Homosote laying around. What if we would make like some supports out of that, just laid on top? And let's see, I got some screws here and, oh, a screw gun. We can just nail them, screw them on. How's that?
Yeah, that looks like a good idea. You know, maybe we could use something similar to this then on the wall. Put up some strips, that way we won't have to use as many holes to nail it in. That'll actually hold the panels out from the wall a little bit, and the buildings could come right to the floor.
That's an excellent idea. I like that.
Eat your heart out, Shop Man.
Yeah. Well, we decided instead of using Homosote strips, we'd go with regular wood furring strips. It'll take a nail a lot better. Now, I used 3 of them, one for the lower part, the middle, and then for the upper part of the building. And I just attached them to the wall using drywall screws into a stud. Well, now, instead of a lot of different holes to put up the Homosote boards, we just have about 12 holes and make it a lot easier when we're finished with this project and we want to clean it up.
Then I'm just following right behind Matt with our buildings. And notice I'm setting them up on a piece of the furring strip so that they're mounted up a little bit from the carpet. That way we can get the vacuum underneath. Then I'm just using paneling nails and nailing them in a couple places right to the furring strip. Watch your finger. You want to start?
Yeah, let's get this one here and then we'll go up. Got it?
By about 1/2 inch.
Okay.
So what are we going to do? We have to take that down again?
Yep.
Sorry, guys. Look about center.
Yep.
Well, while I finish up our church, apartment house, and single-family home, why don't you guys check Matt out? He was sort of searching around for something to play with.
Oh, boy, this is going to be great. Gosh, don't you wish we didn't have to grow up? There's so many cool toys now. Well, I'm in the process of hanging this swing up. That's right, a swing inside. It's really easy to do. I located my floor joist, took some pilot holes up into them, and then these are eye bolts that I put up into the ceiling. And to tighten it, I used a screwdriver placed inside here, and then just twisted these around until they were tight. Then I used a thing called a belay hook. This is a belay hook that'll slip over that, but it has a locking device that you just screw up and it'll tighten down. So you slip that on and tighten it up. One thing I want to pass on here, though, Make sure these are rated for high weight. These actually can hold up to 300 pounds. But one other thing, make sure there's a parent when there's a child using this swing. Now you also can extend it down by using some chains here, but ours is pretty well at the right length. Some extra hooks that the manufacturer gives you that's on the nylon rope. Want to make sure that's snug. And you just hang this thing up, and you're ready to swing away. That's really neat. Wish I had one of those. Now let's move on to the big toys. Actually, this thing is a little slide and a swing. It's got everything on it. I don't know what it has, but it's a lot of fun. Well, you're probably asking me, Matt, why don't you build one of these yourself? Well, you know, folks, sometimes you can buy things that are even better. Well, this one is made out of plastic, so it's light, so you can move it around easily. All the edges and corners are smooth, so there's no chances of hurting your fingers. And actually, let's face it, I can never really sand a piece of wood this smooth. Well, I can put this thing together, but it does come with some instructions. Let's look at these things. We got Spanish, German, American. Voila! Isn't this a great thing? It's good for climbing, for crawling through, and even sliding. But best of all, no splinters. I love this thing.
When you make out your baby shower wish list, you may want to think a year ahead and ask for toys your child will enjoy as she grows.
When your allergies are a nightmare, you need help. Not just any help. You need the power of Zyrtec. Prescription Zyrtec starts working fast and keeps on working for 24 hours. And Zyrtec works against so many allergies, from cats and dogs to pollen and dust. So when allergies are a nightmare, and when are they not? Remember the power of Zyrtec. In studies, drowsiness was the most common side effect. Others included fatigue and dry mouth. Most side effects were mild or moderate. Most people weren't bothered by them enough to stop taking Zyrtec. To learn more, look for an ad in Life magazine or ask your doctor or pharmacist.
Choose one. A, sanding and varnishing. B, a well-placed rug. C, dousing and wiping. Because it isn't wood, it isn't vinyl. It's Pergo, the revolutionary laminate floor from Sweden. The beautiful floor that stays beautiful through life's less graceful moments.
Every 9 seconds, a baby is born. Every 14 seconds, a couple marries. Every 30 seconds, someone chooses Broyhill furniture. Why? There are over 2,000 reasons. Broyhill, America's favorite furniture. Why live without Broyhill?
In the Northwest, it rains 200 days a year. In the Sun Belt, the sun never stops. In the Heartland, weather is extreme. Your home has its own climate. It needs its own paint. Dutch Boy Climate Guard. 5 different exterior paints formulated to withstand the specific weather conditions in the 5 different regions of the country, guaranteed for 20 years. So wherever your home is, give it the special protection it needs. Give it the lasting look of Dutch Boy Climate Guard paints.
For carpet stains, I used to use Resolve Foam. Then I found something better, 409 Carpet Cleaner.
409 Carpet really gets down and lifts out this red wine stain.
409 Carpet got the stain out better than Resolve Foam.
409 Carpet Cleaner. It's better.
When Sears puts appliances on sale, they do it big. All appliances, all electronics, all computers, great brands, cool stuff you can really plug into. The big weekend sale. Nobody turns on a sale like Sears.
Well, you know how all of us kids like to have a lot of toys, especially in the playroom. but storage can become a problem. So we found these really neat storage containers here, but we needed a place to store these, so we built this little bookshelf here. Now it's very simple to build. I used a circular saw and a router. I know that sounds scary, but actually these are very useful tools, and I bought this one for under 100 bucks. So if you're a beginner, don't be afraid of this, just practice a lot like I did. Let's talk about the dimensions of the shelf here. There's 3 parts to the shelving units. Those are 60 inches long, 2 sides, 30 inches, and then the center supports are 12 inches. Now I built this out of aspen wood because aspen stains well, plus I found that the wood is very straight and it's very good for making shelf units. But my sample boards here are pine so that I can show you how I built this thing. Now this is where the router comes in. The first thing you need to do is you're going to put a bull nose edge on all the pieces, and I use a 3/4 roundover bit to do that. And that'll go in my router on my router table to route this out. Now I do all the edges on the shelves and the sides. Now to assemble it, I'm going to use my side units here. I'm actually going to use a router bit that's a straight bit. It's a 3/4 inch straight bit. As you can see here, this is the groove that it creates. It's called a dado. Now I made my measurements where I want the shelf units to hit, and all I did is I lined them up, and then I measured 3 inches from the edge because the base of the router and the bit is 3 inches. So I have my lines, and then I take a board, I clamp it on, and then run my router through, and that'll give me my dado cut. Now look how nicely this will come together. Flip this over here. To put my shelves together, if I can do this right, you just slide this through and your shelf should go together and it'll fit perfectly. Now to assemble it, I used some glue in the joints, some finished nails, and put it all together. Then I finished it using a gel stain, a cherry stain, and about 3 coats of polyurethane. And I tell you what, it gives you plenty of storage and it looks nice too.
It's looking pretty bare over here, but I don't want to put anything heavy or breakable because of that young child. Not even a plant would work, unless it's a plant made out of fabric, styrofoam, and tacky glue. Come take a look. Aren't these pine trees adorable? They've got a real country flavor to them, and it makes them work great with our country-style tables and the traditional furniture. The color's perfect, and they're as easy as pie to make. All you need are some styrofoam cones, about a ½ yard each of the fabric that you like, tacky glue, even says as seen on TV here, and some scissors. Now because I do a lot of crafts, I like to cut my fabric using a cutting pad, a straight edge that's marked with inches, and a rotary cutter, and it goes really fast this way. Now you start by folding your fabric over a couple times. There we go. Cut one edge to make it straight. Then measure over 2½ inches and cut a strip. Then keep cutting strips until you run out of fabric. While the fabric's still folded, cut slits about 2/3 of the way up the strip, about every ½ inch. Then all you need to do is take your strips, throw them under hot water, grab them, ball them up, rough them up a little bit, throw them in the dryer. When they come out, they should be all tattered and worn, like you see here, all frayed up, and that's perfect. Then grab your cone and some tacky glue. See if I can get it here, and start down around the bottom. I do a little zigzag thing here for a while. And grab my end, attach it to the cone, hold on to it. We don't want to use pins or anything because that might be dangerous. This tacky glue works great. Up to the point where you've glued, hold it down, add some more. This process actually goes pretty fast, I must say. Bring it along, and then I will continue spiraling all the way up the cone. When I get here, I'll just move my fabric up a little bit so that I start getting my rows of pine boughs. So just follow all the way up to the top of the cone. Then when you get up to the top, you want to overlap a little bit and glue those raw edges down. Now you can dress these things up if you want with little wooden stars or some raffia bows, even some little ornaments at holiday time. And take a look at this. There we go. Just what we needed.
Hey, Eddie, you gonna get a donut later? No, I got some dirt to dump. Oh, hey, what do you think? Well, I bet any child, young or old, wouldn't love this play area. Isn't this rug great? Wouldn't it be great for imagination? Oh, I see cars running along here and train wrecks. I got him! Oh. Well, of course, here's Sherry in her little putt-putt car trying to find the nearest shopping mall.
Hey, you put me down.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Ooh. Well, actually, she's off trying to find stuff for our felt pad board here. And she must have a big trunk, because look at all this cool stuff. We have a dry erase board so the little child can draw scary bugs or things like that. We can learn our numbers, of course. And there's colors you can learn, and even a place for holidays. But, you know, enough of this stuff. It's time to move on to the big toys. Oh, boy. Woo-ha!
Brought to you by the Carpet and Rug Institute. New carpet, it just feels better.
America's front porch. More than just shelter from the sun and rain. For many, it's a harbor for memories. Join HGTV as we celebrate the history of the porch, America's window to the world. From spacious verandas in the south to intimate balconies in the north. Discover the many architectural styles and learn how to turn your modern-day porch into a private paradise. The Porch, America's window to the world. Tonight at 9, only on HGTV.
You didn't know Walmart has all these tools? Can't beat our lab-tested Popular Mechanics line. So tough, they're guaranteed forever. We've got all kinds of wrenches and sockets. You can even design your own set and add to it later. We got your name brand power tools, as well as plumbing supplies. All kinds of light bulbs, even ceiling fans, all at everyday low prices. Pick up your hardware along with your regular Walmart shopping. We're the hardware store inside your Walmart store.
What if you could have a deodorant soap that goes beyond fresh and clean, all the way to soft? Fresh Deodorant Caress has clean rinsing moisturizers for skin that feels soft and smooth, plus gentle deodorant protection to leave you feeling shower fresh. Discover the difference. Call us for a free full-size bar. Fresh Deodorant Caress. Discover how you can feel this soft, this clean, this shower fresh. Call for your free full-size bar.
Home Depot is very serious about paint. We want to be your paint store.
We are a real paint store.
You go to paint, you can get everything. You can get the rollers, you can get your paint.
You're going to need drop cloths, we've got that. You're going to need ladders, we've got ladders.
Because you can get more than just quality paint. You can get your paint, you can get all your supplies.
We can mix paint, we can color match paint. We've got everything you need to get a paint job done.
We can custom tint anything. I mean, you could bring in your shirt and we could match your shirt.
We have the products and the product knowledge that the paint stores have, if not more of it.
Brighten your home and simplify your life with Bally window coverings. Practical as well as beautiful, they provide complete light control and reassuring privacy. They require minimal care, so they'll look fresh and fashionable year after year. Bally's new collections include splendid new patterns, unique sculpted profiles, and dozens upon dozens of luscious colors. They're very easy to operate and guaranteed to last.
Available at Lowe's and other fine home improvement centers nationwide.
Can't wait until the furniture comes.
Me too. Can I have the remote?
I am so glad the furniture came.
Me too. Can I have the remote?
It's soft, it's warm, it's the best seat in the house. New carpet, it just feels better.
There are some colors you can only find in the country, and these were the inspiration for the Country Colors collection from Ethan Allen, an affordable way to bring a fresh look to wherever you call home. Hurry in. The summer sale ends this weekend.
If you would like to receive our decorating worksheet or other materials by mail, please send $4 to Room by Room, P.O. Box 94724, Cleveland, Ohio 44101, or receive our materials free from our site on the World Wide Web. Remember when writing to specify today's project.
Wow, I just can't believe how this side of the room has changed. Matt's right, children of all ages are going to love playing here. However, for those quiet times where we're reading stories or maybe watching cartoons, this side of the room needs to be functional and comfortable as well. Now, I found this wire rack over in the storage area of the basement, dusted it off, and placed soft, child-proof things on it. We've got extra blankets down here, some of the favorite little stuffed animals, and I was able to find some fabric-covered photo albums, and you know how kids love to look at themselves in pictures. For the cabinet under the television, our homeowner has opted not to add the doors now until the child grows up a little bit, but this is perfect. Extra pillows, toys, books, and some more games. You can see I did not put any accessories on the coffee table. You can imagine why. This will be great for snacking, building puzzles, a variety of activities. Over in this area, I got rid of a couple of the matching pillows and added some large solid color pillows. And these are soft, they're velvet, they've got goose feathers inside, so they'll be great for napping or tossing on the floor to sit down. And I've added some homey accessories here to the wall, and I'll tell you what, this room is ready to be lived in. Hey Matt, come on down, it's time to relax.
Here I come. I can't get enough of these cars.
I wondered what happened to you. I called you an hour ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just playing.
You got involved.
Yep.
We started with our inspiration piece, which was that wonderful rug back there, $99, and that's like a 6x9.
I'm buying 2 of those.
You should.
They're
You'd
great.
love that. Keep you busy, huh? Not out of trouble. Then you did the in the know about safety.
Safety is so important, though, especially when you're doing a playroom or a child's room.
Good point. Then we did our cityscape.
Oh, that was cool.
4 home soap boards.
Under $77.
3 yards of each color of felt. We had 4.
But we had some left over, though, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
About $4 a yard. You could probably do better than we did.
But what a great little city we made.
Well, you know what's neat about that, too, is children can learn about color and shape.
That's
too,
right.
The different things that we did
Neat
there.
idea.
And then you put together the slide.
Right.
That was cute.
About $169, but I couldn't buy lumber for that cost.
No. Swing was around $30. We had a couple other pieces there. If you have some of those pieces in your home, remember 2 things.
Okay.
Have a good padding underneath and adult supervision at all times.
So that counts me out.
More safety. Right. We'll have to find someone to supervise you.
That's right.
Then you did your toolbox and made that bookshelf.
Right. And I used a router, but folks, don't be afraid of those tools. Just practice, and anybody can build something like that.
A router used to be my favorite tool. I
That's
like
right.
that. Under $100. Good job.
Thank you so much. Well, speaking of good job, your coffee break craft. How come I can't do them anymore?
We'll get you back in that coffee break craft.
Okay.
Someone just wrote and said you should be back in there.
That's right. At least I can hold something for you.
All 3 of those trees, less than $10.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know you can't believe I would do that. And they're safe, too.
That's right. What about these learning aids on the boards?
Aren't those things marvelous?
They're
For about
great.
$5 a package, you can get, we had the fall things or alphabet or numbers. But what's great is as your child grows, they have the ones that grow with them.
Right.
Like we saw periodic
a skeleton.
charts.
They can learn the anatomy of a human body. I tell you, I wish I had
Interesting.
those when I was a teacher. I would have saved a lot of time.
I'd like them now. That's right.
That's true. Oh, then this area.
Okay, the adult area Matt doesn't like to have anything to do with. The 2 real soft pillows that we got were $40 a piece, but remember they had goose down in them.
Yeah.
Couple of pictures, $20 a piece, but then the rest of the stuff was here.
Yeah, but I'd never spend any time. I'd spend all my time in there because that's the fun place.
Well, I know, and you have to remember that the best journeys are taken with imagination.
Choo-choo, we're off to the zoo.
Oh, boy. Come back with us next time, folks, and we'll decorate together, room by room. Back to the play area for you.
You bet.
Find out how to take the first steps that start the perfect look on Kitty Bartholomew Your Home, followed by HomeWise with Beverly DeGiulio. It's all part of Design at 9, Monday night, only on HGTV. And now, here's HGTV's calendar of events for September 11th through September 19th. This calendar of events has been brought to you by HGTV, Home and Garden Television.